वो अटेंडेंस शीट कहाँ है? Come. Come on, sign fast. No, I got to do a thing. Calling body.
Then
Hurry up! Don't take so long. Ian, I asked you to come and sit in front here, not at the back. Never at the back. Sit here in front. Quick. Have you signed? Come on. Have you all signed? That girl also? Have you signed also? Look at your books. It's books. Come on, fast. Who's Amatullah Bhutwala? Who's this person? Like I met this person? Let's say come. This is not a chemistry, no? Who's this person? Amatullah Bhutwala? I never see her. Where does she sit at? Oh, so who's Nirja there? The thin girl. Then Bhutwala is who there? The one that pink, no, she's not Takkar, no? Who's Nayati Hardik? Nayati Hardik.
yes, she's
And who's Trisha Rahul?
that is here.
Come. Sign here. And who's Rahul? Trisha Rahul. Who's this person? Has she come?
Trisha is the one who sits here.
Ah, that girl from Podar.
Yeah.
Okay. Come, sign. Come on. Where's your book? Sign fast. You will have to do the first lecture, no? For maths, no? Today? How do you sign for the very beginning? You sign for all four.
Yeah.
Textbook you didn't bring?
Yes, I get you this.
Why you didn't bring the textbook one?
Yes, I get
You, I said this, you have to use this, but you have to work out the questions from Dalal, no? Question and answer I told to work from Dalal, no? And Selina, always, it has already been worked out. You brought your book, Dalal? Why? What's your argument for that? You got a cycle? Go and get the book. Get out. So now we start with, okay, let's revise ionic bond. What is a chemical bond? What is a chemical bond?
A chemical bond is the
Is a
force of attraction between the
between
molecules of the
molecules of an atom.
atoms, between the atoms of the molecule.
Atoms of a molecule. What's the attraction between atoms of a molecule? Now, what is an ionic bond?
Ionic bond is when a metal donates electrons to a non-metal and the non-metal accepts an ion.
It's called an ionic bond. Why is it called ionic bond? Why is it called electrovalent bond? Why?
the ions who participate in the reaction.
Ions don't participate. Ions don't participate. What participates in the reaction?
Electrons.
The electrons. Where we got ions in.
No, but the electrons are in the ions. Right?
The
The electrons are in the ions.
why you're confusing, and this is chemistry is a very confusing subject. Still further, why you still confusing? A simple question. Why is it called an ionic bond? Do you know? And don't confuse. Say no, I don't know. In trying to show that you can answer the question, you are getting into further problems. Why is it called an ionic bond?
Because it contains electrons.
Why is it called an ionic bond?
Because ions are formed during the procedure.
Why is it called an ionic bond? Anyone? You?
It,
Don't know. It is called an ionic bond because it is formed by the donation of a positive, by the donation of an electron from a positive metal and is accepted by the negative non-metal. Okay? Since positive charge and negative charge get involved, it is called an ionic bond. It has a charge. It has a charge. Positive coming from the metal, negative coming from the non-metal. And they are formed. The force of attraction is formed, that's got a charge. That charge, that is because it's got a charge, is called electro. Electro meaning electricity, charge. Electrovalent or ionic bond. And a compound containing that bond is called an ionic compound. How will you recognize that a compound contains an ionic bond? I will tell you straight away, this particular compound contains an ionic bond. Why did I make that statement? How did I make that statement?
The positive.
I have said that this particular compound, say for example, say sodium chloride, it contains an ionic bond. Why did I make that statement? How do I make that
Because
statement?
Sodium gives out the electron to the chlorine atom. Chlorine gives the negative charge, and sodium gives the positive.
Chlorine doesn't give anything.
Yeah, so chlorine accepts the negative charge from sodium and it forms a.
In other words, why did I say sodium chloride has got an ionic bond? Anyone can tell me?
This chlorine accepts the electrons.
Anyone? What are the characteristics?
because there is a metal and a
Because there is a metal and a non-metal present in the compound. I told you that. An ionic compound has to have a metal and a non-metal. Did I tell you that last time or not? Oh, I told it to you. Oh no, I think I told it to you centuries ago. So therefore, you will not remember. I am a stupid person to think that you are going to remember something which I have told you centuries ago. I don't think you children go home and just read your work which I have taught you. Very good. Keep on accumulating and then say, Miss, I didn't understand. I just did not follow. Keep on saying these type of things and cheating yourself and lying to yourself, not to anybody else. Because I don't accept the fact that I have not explained it to you properly and you have not understood. That is something I will not accept. Now, so we have finished with ionic bond. Now we come to a new type of a bond called covalent bond. The word co means sharing. The word co is introducing that idea in your head. It is sharing. And a covalent bond is present in non-metal. So that compound will contain only non-metals. No metal will be present in having a covalent bond. So remember this. only. So therefore, you have to have, if you look at a particular compound and you find only non-metals, you know fully well that there is a covalent bond. And if you look at a formula for compound and you find one metal and one non-metal, then you know that there is a ionic bond present in that compound. Now, what is a covalent bond? I explained to you that co meaning sharing. Now, what actually happens? Now, here in this case, both are non-metals. Both of them are non-metals. So I would say both of them are either vegetarians or both of them are non-vegetarian. Both of them have to be the same. Whether they're vegetarians or they're non-vegetarians, they are the same. They're non-metals. Now, he has got pav bhaji, he has got puri bhaji. He has given one morsel of puri bhaji to him. He has not just accepted it, but he in turn has given one morsel of puri bhaji to him. In the first case, he accepted full stop. In the second case, that is the ionic bond. Ionic bond is donation and he accepted. And then, now in this case, he is giving and he is also giving and they're sharing. And I said equal. So the sharing is equal. Sharing is in between. The sharing takes place in between. Equal. You gave 2, he will give you 2. You gave 3, he will give you 3. Equal. And for every morsel or for every electron that is given, that is shared, you have one bond formed. If he gave 1 electron, he gave 1 electron, one bond is formed. If you gave 2 electrons, you also have to give 2 electrons, 2 bonds are formed. 3 electrons, 3 electrons, 3 bonds are formed. So that is it. 4 electrons, 4 electrons, equal, 4 bonds are formed. This is clear? This is clear, all of you? So this is what happens in the case of the formation of covalent bond. So what is a covalent compound? A covalent compound is a compound which contains covalent bonds. A covalent bond is formed by the sharing of electrons, and this sharing takes place between non-metals only. That should be the complete answer to your question. Now, as I said, the sharing has to be equal, and it will be equal if both of them are the same. For example, if I said, suppose you are forming hydrogen molecule. Hydrogen molecule. Hydrogen molecule means what? Hydrogen and hydrogen. Yes or no? Both of them are the same. Hydrogen is here, hydrogen is here. This one's liking to attract electrons is the same as this one's liking to accept electrons. Why? Because both of them are the same. So the capacity, and we call it the word electronegativity. Like electronegativity is a power of an element to attract an electron. So the electronegativity of hydrogen and the electronegativity of this hydrogen is the same. So what actually happens here? You have got X here, and I put a dot here. Though of course I'm supposed to have to put also an X here because it is the same. Shall I put another X here? Okay, I won't confuse you. Both of them are hydrogen, both of them are non-metal. So we put here, this is one electron which is in the outermost shell of hydrogen. This is one electron in the outermost shell of hydrogen. But this needs to be stable, so it has to get one electron. So this is giving it one electron. So this one electron goes here, this one electron here goes here, and therefore now this becomes 2. All right, so this is stable. This also unstable. This one goes here, and this also becomes 2. So then the electron. So actually, we have to say that it's like this. It's a sharing of electron that takes place. So hydrogen X and hydrogen X. Now this hydrogen donates this electron here. It gives this electron here. Okay, so it comes here, and then this also gives an electron here. So the electron here, this electron is shared here. If this had its own and this one gave it here. This one also came here. It had its own, and it has come here. It is shared. It is shared. Now, since this one's attraction of an electron is the same as this, the sharing will take place in between. Hydrogen X and hydrogen X, the sharing takes place in between. The sharing of the electrons takes place in between. Okay? So what happens is here. This one will come here. So this has got H2. Got it here? This has come here. This has given it to here. So it became 2. And this took it and gave it to here. So this one is here. So the sharing is taking place in between. Exactly in the center. Because both of them are pulling the shared pair of electrons equally between them. Correct? So therefore this hydrogen molecule is a molecule, and a molecule has got no charge. This molecule has got no charge. No charge means the sharing has taken place in between equal. Both of them are pulling the electron equally. Same thing with chlorine. Suppose you've got chlorine 2. It becomes chlorine and chlorine. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now this comes here. Okay, this is coming here. All right, so this goes here. And then this goes here. This is being shared here. The sharing is taking place exactly in the center because both the chlorine atoms are the same. So therefore this bond is got no charge. It is neutral. This is neutral, no charge. This bond is also neutral. Neutral because it has got no charge. Why has it got no charge? Because the sharing is absolutely the same, shared in between. In between. Okay? And both the atoms are the same. Chlorine, chlorine, hydrogen, hydrogen. So when it is a molecule of similar atoms, hydrogen, hydrogen, oxygen, oxygen, nitrogen, nitrogen, that covalent bond is said to be a neutral bond, or we call it a non-polar bond. Non-polar. Non-polar means having no charge. Having no charge. Why do they have no charge? Why do these bonds don't have any charge? Because it is being shared, the electrons are being shared between the same atoms. Okay? So there's got no charge. Now, suppose I have a molecule of HCl. Is this the same?
No, like not the charges as
How?
minus.
Are these atoms the same? No. What is it actually? Hydrogen and chlorine. Now, this is here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, this one's attraction, electronegativity, attraction for an electron is only 2.1. And this one's is 3.1, 3.2 or something. Yeah, 3.2, whatever. So, from between the two of them, who has got a stronger force of attraction? Chlorine. So, what's going to happen now? Chlorine is giving this here. Okay? So, hydrogen has got H2. And hydrogen is giving it here. And chlorine is getting its 8. But what is chlorine doing? Because chlorine has got a strong force of attraction, it is pulling the electron towards itself. So the sharing is not in the center, the sharing is taking place here towards chlorine. The sharing is taking towards chlorine. Why is it taking towards chlorine?
Because
Because it's got stronger force of pulling. It has got the stronger force of pulling. It likes the electron very much. So it's pulling the electron to itself. Correct? So therefore the sharing, is it equal? No. It's unequal. It's more towards chlorine because the electronegativity of chlorine is very, very high. That of hydrogen is very, very low. So therefore at this point, hydrogen develops a positive charge because the electron will already take into chlorine. and fluorine has developed a negative charge. So this bond here, the HCl bond is positive and negative. It has got both the charges, and the negative charge of fluorine is very, very high. If it's positive or negative, they cancel each other. Yes or no? No, but the value of fluorine negative is higher than that of the positivity of hydrogen. Hence, therefore, this bond has got a charge. Such a bond is called a polar bond. A bond having a charge. Covalent bond having a charge. Ionic bond will have a charge. I told you, ionic bond will have a charge because it has got one metal and one non-metal. But here in this case, when there are two non-metals, still a charge is formed. Still a charge is formed. From where does the charge come? It came from the fact that one of those atoms have got stronger electronegativity power. So it's pulling the electron towards itself. So it's becoming more negative than the other. Correct? So therefore the one that is giving the and to which is being pulled, that one becomes negative, and the one that is being taken away from is becoming positive. Hence, that bond becomes a polar covalent bond. Polar means having a charge. Such a bond is very, very, very strong. As a matter of fact, it's even stronger than an ionic bond. Ionic bonds are very strong. But if you have a covalent polar bond, that charge is very, very strong. Okay? Stronger than an ionic bond. Okay? So, such bonds are called polar covalent bonds. Now, such a bond is present in water. As I told you, H2O is given as H bond OH. H is 2.1. OH is 3 point something. OH is pulling the shared pair of electrons towards it. So H is becoming positive and OH is becoming negative. So that bond is very, very strong. Very, very strong. So it's called a bond having a charge. It's having a charge. Such a bond is called a polar bond. And it has got both the charges. It has got both the positive charge and the negative charge. So it's called dipolar. Di means two. It's called a dipolar bond. Now, a dipolar bond is very, 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 very strong. And that dipolar bond is found in water. Hence, therefore, 99.99% of substances, when put in water, dissolve. Dissolve means their bonds are being broken. Who's breaking the bonds? Water is breaking their bonds and setting them free. That we call in English dissolving. In chemistry, we say the bonds are breaking. Hence, therefore, water is called the universal solvent. Because 99.99% of substances dissolve or their bonds are broken by the H-OH bond. Why? Because it is a dipolar covalent bond. Is this clear? Very clear? So this is how you get your bond formation. Now, shall I remove this now? Okay. Now what happens is, so let us see how it formed in nitrogen. In nitrogen you have got three bonds. How three bonds? You have got here nitrogen. What is the listing of nitrogen? 7. 7 means what? 2 and 5, correct? 2 and 5. So 5 means what? Nitrogen and nitrogen. This is a lone pair of electrons. And there are 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the sharing is taking place here. So here the sharing is taking place. 3 bonds. This gave 3, this gave 3. This is clear? So that is how these compounds, covalent compounds are formed. Now, in the case of carbon, you know carbon has got how many electrons or how many bonds? 4. Okay? So you have got carbon 1, 2, 3, and 4, and carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. So one bond is shared. One bond is shared. Okay, you have got also carbon like this way. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Two bonds are formed. You've got carbon like this. Here, 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the sharing in between two carbon atoms, three bonds are formed. When you have got carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, this type of a compound does not exist because it is highly unstable. So complete four bonds between both of them are not possible. Up to three are there. Three bonds between one carbon atom and the other carbon atom. And the fourth bond is with another element. Okay? So for example, I'll show you. For example, I'll show you here. Okay? Suppose you have got here carbon forming, suppose you have CH4, you've got carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. Hydrogen, 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 hydrogen. 1, 2, 3, 4. And hydrogen, 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 and hydrogen. So you've got hydrogen 2, hydrogen is 2, hydrogen is 2, hydrogen is 2. You got your 2, and your carbon is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So this is your carbon. 8. 1 bond. Suppose you have got now another compound. Suppose you have got carbon C2, C. Suppose you have got C2H6. Now you can see that this is a symmetrical molecule. How? We have it here. CH3, CH3, correct? Yes or no? So now let us see a single bond here. Carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Carbon CH3, CH3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And carbon CH3, CH3, H, C2H6. So we got C2H6, and there's only one bond between carbon and carbon. Got that? Suppose you have two bonds now. Suppose you have two bonds now. You have got, say, C2H4. Suppose H2, C2H4. So C2H4 means CH2 and CH2. C2H4, H2H2. C2H4.
H2C.
Huh?
You wrote H2C.
Yeah. CH2, CH2. The bond has to be between C. You don't put CH2. If you put it CH2, it's CH2, that means the bond is between H and C. Wrong. Don't correct me or smash you.
Now ask it.
It is H2C. The bond should be between two C's. How do you have? Now here we showed only single bond. Here double bond. Double bond means what? C, H, H. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Again carbon. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Have you seen? C2, H2, H4.
Can you show for C6H?
C6. C6, again, I'll tell you what C6. It is slightly different. It's a benzene compound. It's an aromatic compound. I'll show you that one. Have you understood this? Third one. Have three bonds. Three bonds means what after you have CH, 1, 2, 3, CH. No, in other words, it is C2H2. C2H2. C2H2 means CH, triple bond, CH. How is it? So this is C1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, and 1, 4. So C2H2. Acetylene. This is acetylene. This is acetylene. Acetylene. of ethylene. Ethylene. This is C2H6. This is C2, ethane. Ethane. This is an alkane. And this is C2H4. It's ethene. Ethane. These are all organic compounds. Now, he wants to know about benzene. Okay, he said C6H6, no? C6H6. If you have C6H6, C6H6, C6 means 6 carbon atoms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you have to have 6 hydrogens. So on each hydrogen, on each carbon atom, you put a hydrogen atom. You put a hydrogen atom. You put a hydrogen atom. Yes or no? C6H6. Correct? Now, are the bonds satisfied? We have to see. No. 1, 2, 3. You have to have 4. That means it's a double bond here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Complete. 1, 2, 3, 4. Complete. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Single bond, double bond, single bond again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. See here, every carbon atom has to have 4. So if you go like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. This carbon atom is satisfied. Correct? Now, see here. This carbon atom. 1, 2, 3, 4. This carbon atom is satisfied. Now you go to this carbon atom. 1, 2, 3, 4. This carbon atom is satisfied. 1, 2, 3, 4. This carbon atom is satisfied. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, sorry, 1, 2, double one, single one, double one, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is satisfied now. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is satisfied. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then lastly, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is satisfied. So you have in benzene a very complex structure having single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond. Or double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond. A ring structure. That's called a ring structure. This is completely different. This belongs to aromatic compound, which is not there in your course. It's only in the 9th standard. It's not even there in the 10th standard. Have you all followed this now? Open up your books and start reading. Okay? And then they have asked you to see how the different compounds are formed. Different compounds, and they've shown you exactly how the different compounds are formed. Look at them carefully. If you don't understand, come and ask me, I'll explain to you. Read from Selina and do the work of your exercise from Dalal. Read from Selina. That is your volume if you don't have Selina book. You don't have? Okay. You read from Selina first. And then you have to work out the exercises. Work from Dalal. Borrow the book from somebody. Come on, hurry up. With that, I finish up the portion on atomic structure. Next time I will teach you periodic table. Sakti, what are you doing? Your book is there. You are here. I'm asking you to read your work. Get out from the classroom. Where is your book, that girl? What book have you taken from her?
Selena.
Haven't you got your volume? Have you got a volume or not? You kept the volume inside the bag. For what I don't know. Storing it for next year, is it? And you very readily give your book and then sit idle and do nothing. You're not supposed to share anything. Go home. Acetylene.
Triple O also.
Yeah, triple bond. Double bond. Methane. I'll show you how it is read.
Which bond is this one?
Which one?
Benzene.
Yeah, that's a double bond, single bond. That is what we want here. What do you want to know? Which bond means what?
Single, double, triple.
It is single bond, double bond. Single bond, double bond.
Not triple bond.
In the formation of the compound XY2 as atom X, give one electron to Y. What is the nature of bond XY2? The nature, no? Well, see, Sarina, question and answers are already answered in your volume. Don't waste your time on questions in Selena because you can sit in the headphone and read the answers. They're already solved. What you have to solve are questions from the lab because questions from the lab are not answered. Attempt them. Don't attempt this. Who has got the lab or not using the lab for the moment? Give it to them. You're not using it at the moment. What are you doing? Huh?
From volume.
What you said?
From volume.
Let him answer. He's got a mouth. You don't be his mouthpiece, you idiot! What are you doing?
This.
This means what?
Volume.
If I come there, I'll really smash you so badly.
This volume.
Yeah, so you're doing Salina, no? That volume means it's Salina. Have you finished doing it?
No.
Do it fast and start with your Dalal. Quick, you're not smart and stupid. This small fellow, what book are you having in your hand? What book have you got in front of you? Where's your volume? Where is your volume? You haven't got your volume. Where's your textbook? Why have you come to class? Is a fool? Where do you stay? Huh? You think I will not send you home to get your books? Or shall I ask your mother to bring the books? You get home and go and get the books. In the recess. In the meantime, don't lend him any books. If you want, get out of the classroom and be there.
मैंने 2-3 बच्चों ने एग्जाम
Amazon.
Have you got the volumes from beauty classes? If you can't go and get them, I have to tell you to go and get a volumes from beauty classes. Huh? Go and get your volumes from beauty classes, you idiot. Greta, go and get it. Are you going mad or what? Start asking the questions from the lab. Hurry up, all of you. Yeah. Two elements having same number of protons and same number of electrons, correct? But different number of neutrons. So the neutrons are different, what happens?
If it's the same element is isotopes, but
Correct. Yeah, two elements with two isotopes. Two elements are of the same atom.
So chemistry volumes are not there.
No, how many study? He's come down with books. He's not without any books.
Book क्यों नहीं लाए बेशक?
And then they want to borrow books and they borrow, they talk and they do whatever they feel like doing. which I don't want. So I told him in the recess he's going to go home and get his books.
You should book your exam.
He's come to take a full year.
Nothing about both.
How come there are no volumes in UG classes?
No, he just gave the last one. So or something.
There is not a some more from
We are ordering one, but it takes time to come.
I asked him to give me also my volume. He is not giving me more. For so many weeks I'm asking him to give me my volume.
We don't have a Dalal.
You don't have a
Dalal.
I can't help you. I cannot help you. But I want you to work it out because the more you work out questions, the more practice you get. You don't want to work out and you get questions from Dalal, they will be unseen for you and you lose your marks. I can't help you.
But we don't have a book like in school or physics. How can we
You think the board is going to ask you questions from Selena, which book are you following? So they give you questions only from Selena. You are working on Dalal, they give you questions only from Dalal. What do you think the board is not going to do about? Huh? They will give you questions from anywhere.
what is your
Till. Look, we had actually 92. It's 7. It is 2 and 5. This is already, this is the rules, bonding. So 92. The electrons are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. These are simple. These will improve bonding. So we will have hydrogen. Suppose this hydrogen. Suppose this hydrogen, this ammonia, no? NH3, ammonia. This will not participate in any reaction. It is only pair. This is single. So it will need something to partner it. So this is single bond. Okay, these are single electron. They participate in not this. This is a lone pair. Pair will not participate in bonding. Okay, it will not become during one demand. No, it's a pair. And if you want this to participate, both will participate, and that's called latent bonds. Latent bonds have a good bonds. The single will give single. This girl gives single. You are together. If you have to participate, both will participate. And that's called a lone pair. Lone pair. Single, alone. No. I will do everything for you. You listen and go to sleep. So you got the alarm. The more. Have you done your first answers? Why you not done it? You were doing the work and you asked for a straight to the book and gave it to him. Because you rejected to do the work. And you don't want to do the work. You don't want the book. Then you want the book and you gave it to him. Please take the book and go home. Pack it back and go home. Get out. Please pack up the book and go home. Get out. I'm asking, telling your mother that I need you home. Get up, get out. Go home. Get out.
Even he didn't bring Please put your.
You don't bother about him. You mind your own damn business. You mind your own damn business. You don't want to do the work. Get out and go home. Go home. Get out. I'm asking your mother to come and take you home. Get out. Go home. Take the boy home. Send him home. Let his mother. I ask for his mother to come. He doesn't want to do anything in the classroom, so I don't want him in my class. Let him go home. Take your bag, all your things in here. Don't attend the entire class today. Take him home. Just now. You want to follow after him? I'll do the same thing with you. Hello.
Whenever the atom becomes an ion, it gets reduced.
When a metal donates, it gets oxidized. And non-metal, when it accepts, it gets reduced. Metals get oxidized, they are good reducing agents. Reducing agents get oxidized. I told you the phenomenon is opposite the agent. If the agent is an oxidizing agent, the phenomenon is reduction. Follow? Non-metals accept. They get non-metals get reduced, and they are good oxidizing agents. Remember chlorine? Chlorine is an oxidizing agent. It's put into swimming pools to kill all the germs.
The formation of electrovalent bond is an example of this. The formation of electrovalent
Oxidation, reduction, displacement, reduction. So, formation of an electrovalent bond is an example of oxidation, oxidation reduction. Because this gets oxidized and the non-metal will get reduced. That is a complete sentence. Yeah, hello, Deepika, what happened? Hello. I sent him home, Deepika. See, Deepika, he is not doing anything. As I entered the classroom, the maths teacher complained to me about him that he is doing nothing. When you ask him to take out his books, he's not taking his books out of the classroom, out of his bag. When he's told to write down, he's not writing. He's doing nothing in the classroom. This is what I got as I entered at 11 o'clock. Now, when I told him to do the work, he didn't bring his book. I sent him home to get the book. He brought the book and he sat down there. I told him to work out the question and answers. He's taken his book and given to somebody else. Why have you given the book? He asked me, so I gave the book. Have you finished your work? No. What were you doing? I was doing my work, but he asked me for the book and I gave it to him. This is the answers he's giving me in the classroom, Deepika. He doesn't want to study, he's just irritating me and irritating the children and take the food in the classroom and laughing away. I told him to go home, he comes back, takes it back, smiles, and he goes away. You think it's made any difference to him? You think it's made any difference to that boy?
The answer in the back is the redox reaction.
Yeah, oxidation reduction.
Oh, acha, the
I told you that both that this one is getting oxidized, this is getting reduced, so I said oxidation reduction. So redox. You are not doing anything, I'll send you home also. And I'll call your mother. I'll call your mother to take you home. Where? Give it to me.
I only donated the.
Why? How much? How much of time have I not given you?
I didn't.
You are playing the fool.
I
And I told you Salina had already been answered. You have to start from Dalal. So you want to just look around and smile and laugh. Have you come for that? Or you can get out. And of all the time that you have taken, I finished up my lecture at 11:40. At 11:28 as a matter of fact. From 28 right up to 12:06. So much how much to me how much you've done.
I didn't come for the previous class. I did search for the answers.
You think you're too smart or you think I'm an idiot? Do you think you're too smart or you think that the person standing in front of you is an idiot?
Shouldn't this be like minus electron here?
Give me a book, I'll show you how it is done. What happened? What happened? What's the problem here?
It would be accepted as like plus 3 valency. When it gives out 1 electron, then it will have 2.
Plus 2, yeah.
So here it will be minus, right? It's plus.
It is accepted one electron, no?
So the valency will be.
Listen, you're not paying attention. Come and stand here. This is an atom. This is an electron. This is an ion. Okay. So when this is an ion, when a positive, this is a positive ion. It has accepted an electron. So this positive became a positive ion. So what's your problem? This is an atom. When an atom, this is an atom and this is an electron, this is an ion.
Already given.
The process is already over. The process is already, look at it. You have to recognize an ion. An ion will have a charge. And an atom will be neutral. When an atom gives out an electron, it becomes an ion. Now this ion has accepted an electron. So when it accepts an electron, it gets reduced. It got reduced. Understood? Close, shut that phone up. Whose phone is that? Why is it working? Put it off. Put it off. Don't tell me that nonsense. Your mommy is calling you. Put it off. Your mother knows that you're in the classroom.
She calls me.
Tell her not to do it. The first day you came for class, you had your mobile on and you were taking photos of everybody in the classroom. You think I did not notice it? I kept my mouth shut. Yes, you were doing it. I got a complaint from the children in the classroom itself. So don't tell me you didn't do it. Your own colleagues mentioned it to me. So don't lie. I want no argument. I told you to shut that phone and keep it away.
Carbon tetrachloride is carbon tetrachloride.
Carbon C. Tetrachloride is 4 chloride. CCl4. 4 chlorine atoms. CCl4. So you have got carbon in the center, one bond chlorine, second bond chlorine, third bond chlorine, fourth bond chlorine.
We don't understand this question. Nitrogen atom is given the third one. Third one in the second main question.
Yeah, nitrogen atom, that is 14(7), needs 3 electrons. Correct?
3.
Yeah. See, nitrogen is 7, no? 2 and 5. Correct? So nitrogen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And
See here.
Yeah.
See here. 3 it means, no?
Yeah.
So it took 3 from here.
Yeah, 3.
Ah.
assertion and reason.
Yeah, correct. Reason is yeah, correct.
So reason, so the answer would be like, which one? A, B, C or D?
What is A and R? A and R. Yeah, A.
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 See the answer also.
It's B.
How B? W. Assertion. The valency of an element is its combining capacity with an atom of another element. Why? Elements take part in chemical combination to acquire the electronic configuration of the nearest noble gas. Correct.
So which
So
one?
B is both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A.
Yeah, R is not the purpose of A, right? 7, 9, 7.
Why is not an explanation? Both A and R are true, correct. But R is not the correct explanation of A. Balancing element is combining capacity of an atom of another element. Yeah. Yeah. Because
So which one
they are not talking about chemical combination. They're just talking about valency. So valency is the number of electrons that they will combine with an element to combining capacity with another element. But they are not saying that's all. That is the definition of valency. Okay, and R is trying to tell you that they are reaching chemical stability. A is not telling you about stability, it is telling you about valency. Stop there. And R is telling you why they're reaching that valency, why they're following that octet rule, because they have to reach chemical stability. Okay, that is only an extension of A. So A is true, R is also true, but R is not an explanation of A. What else? That boy, how much have you done? Show me. You're doing, let me see how much you've done. You're doing, maybe you're doing. Let me see how much you've done. Let me see. Come on, let me see. Bring me a book here. I want to correct it. You, bring a book here. I want to correct it.
No, like, it says
Huh?
It says
So you're going to waste your time. You're coming to waste your time. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Is this question written in compound X consists of molecules? The type of bonding in X will be ionic, electrovalent, covalent, or molecular.
You tell me, if they are containing molecules, it will always be covalent bonds. If they contain ions, ionic bond. When an electrovalent bond is broken, you get ions. When a covalent bond is broken, you get molecules. A covalent bond is not electrically conductive. It does not conduct electricity. Ionic bond, electrovalent bond, ionic compounds, electrovalent compounds, they are good conductors of electricity.
That's why we add salt during electrolysis.
That's why we have
We add salt to water
to make them, yes, to make it not salt, we add sulfuric acid. We add acid, not a salt, we add an acid to make it a good conductor of electricity because water is a bad conductor of electricity. It's a covalent bond, but it's ionic in nature. What are you doing? Let me see what you're doing. You're doing last time's work. Huh?
Question answer.
Continue.
8-1.
Let me see your work. Come here. Let me see your work. Bring your book here. Which textbook are you following?
A volume and for solving, I was did firstly I did for something.
From where have you started?
Today's work was starting from here. First I was doing the text. One second. First I did the question.
Show me what you've done in your textbook.
And solved on
From where you started?
from here.
Okay. What about this? Why you didn't do this?
Now I'm doing this in the
Huh?
I'm thinking for the answer.
So that means from such a long time only this much you did.
No man, this and solve the problem. And we and now I'm doing the question answer.
Continue. Work fast. Satya, let me see what you've done.
It's starting from here. I have to check whether these all are correct.
It's an excellent configuration of calcium with
This
this.
is H. Yeah, shall I do the names following and giving?
Yeah, do it here in the book only. What are you all doing, the two girls? Huh?
We're doing
Doing what? They're doing. What you're doing, they're doing.
Question 3. The making all the diagrams and then understanding the question and then writing.
Okay. Sit up and write. Don't put your. How many times I told you to sit straight and write?
While looking at the balancing, how can we find out that the element is a non-metal or a metal?
See, if the balance is, you tell me. Suppose the balance is +3 -3. How will you know whether this is a metal? That's what you want to ask me, no? How from the balance sheet, how will I come to know whether it's a metal or
Yeah,
not
like
metal?
atomic numbers are given, and then they are asking state which of the above is a non-metal.
Okay, so you got the balance sheet. You got the electronic configuration.
Yeah.
So from the electronic configuration, when you come to the last shell of it, you will come to know how many elements are there. So you find out. So when you see, okay, if it is 2, then it is easy to give 2 or accept 8, accept 6. Give 2. So when you give out 2, you're giving 2
Negative is
electrons.
non-metal. Okay, yeah, I understand.
So then what, so it gave out 2. So if it gave out 2, what will be?
Negative charge.
No, it's giving out 2.
Positive charge, yeah.
So positive will be metal. And what they're accepting electron will be non-metal, negative. When it's -3, it is non-metal. If it's +3, it is metal. Basically,
The next question here is asking the mass number of an atom is slightly less than the actual atomic mass.
the mass number,
The mass number of an atom is slightly less than the actual atomic mass.
actual atomic mass. So what happens? See, because they're not taking the atomic weight into considerations. That's why. But one more thing about that. Hello. नहीं वो तो भी हरा है तो हम खोलता है यदि वो हरा छोड़ता है येलो होता है ना तो ये काटने से टाइम जाता है इसमें वो रिफाइनिंग इशू है येलो होता है और इसकी ऊपर सब काला काला होता है नहीं वो कलर नहीं सकते वो हाँ लेकिन अभी हमेशा पढ़ सकते हैं ये प्रॉब्लम है right? वापस पैसे क्यों? क्या बोला? लेकिन फोन केयर करते हैं तो केयर कौन सकते हैं उसका काम करता है हाँ फिर इसके ड्यूटी है केयर करने के लिए हाँ प्लीज बहुत नाराज है बहुत नाराज है चलो Suffolk clean the board. Give the board empty.
Yeah.
क्या इनको तो करना है